guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, it's gonna be a little sit down video and everything. I just basically wanted to tell you guys about my experience at college during the freshman year of college. I'm gonna start from, if you guys don't know, I went to 2 different schools my freshman year and it was very interesting. Can you see? See, this is why I don't film, because it just never turns out right whenever I have to film. If you guys didn't know, I went to 2 schools during my freshman year of college. It's a long story. I'm not going to get into like the full story. I'm not going to explain why I transferred and stuff in this video. That could be a whole video of itself. I just basically wanted to let you guys know about my college experience, because I know a lot of people are going back to college soon, whether it's their first time or like their second, whether they're sophomores or something like that. Like no matter what, like I know everyone's getting ready, shopping, getting ready to head back to school despite everything that's happening at this rate. I go to University of Southern Mississippi currently, and we're still having school. You guys wanted to put my experience out in the universe, or whatever you want to call it. Don't mind the background right now. This is my room. I was in my assistant's room. The walls still aren't up, the ceiling's up and stuff like that, but I needed to get this video up because if I waited until my room was done, then I probably wouldn't have the video up in time before college and stuff started. So I wanted to get it out now because I feel like everyone's at home. We're not necessarily bored, but we have more time on our hands to do stuff, and I feel like more people are watching YouTube, more people are creating YouTube channels, stuff like that. So if you saw my setup right now, you would be like, oh my gosh, Diavion, what the heck. But anyways, yes, welcome to my channel. Let's get into this video. So first, I'm gonna start off by saying that I don't have like a list of stuff that I'm going to talk about. Really, I have it in my head. It's not like a plan. Well, it is a plan video, but I didn't like sit here and like, I'm not going to read off paper like everything like that. I'm just going to explain the story. So basically, I'm not going to explain like why, like I said, I'm not going to explain why I transfer schools and like blah blah blah, but I'm going to tell you like the schools I went to, the dorms I stayed in and stuff like that, since I'm not going to be staying in those dorms anymore. So freshman year, my first semester of freshman year, I was at Appalachian State University in Boone, North Carolina, because I used to live in Charlotte, North Carolina. And yeah, let me start off by saying that that semester was like a really good semester. It was fun, it was cool. I learned a lot of things about myself and like about college in general. Oh my gosh, I don't even know where I'm at because like they keep it coming in and disturbing me. But so the dorm I stayed in at Appalachian State University was East Hall, and it was like it was the older dorm. I'm pretty sure that dorm was getting torn down at the end of this year or something like that. There was rumors about that, and they said it'll be turned into a green space, or they don't really know what's happening to it. But yeah, I stayed in that dorm. I was in room 211 with my friend, well, with my roommate. I'm not gonna say like her name or whatever, but yeah, it was cool. I do have a video up about my room tour for Appalachian State University. If you guys are wondering what my dorm looked like there, I have a video up on that, and that video just hit like 1K, like I want to say last week or so. So you guys should watch that and show me some love and support on that video. Yeah, I loved that dorm. It was very spacious, very roomy. The only thing I didn't like is that I had to have communal bathrooms to share with people, but other than that, it was fine. I did have a sink in my room and stuff like that, as you guys will see in the video. I'll link it down below so you guys can see it. But yeah, so I'm not going to go through all the classes that I had, but I did have, I think I took 13 credits at App State. I had RC 1000, which is like an English class. I had logic, and then I had math and my first year seminar, and I'm pretty sure it's all the classes that I had. And then I had the freshman thing, online thing, I'm pretty sure. No, I didn't. I don't know, whatever. I had those classes, and let me tell you, that first semester, I was like so motivated and everything. I'm gonna show you guys what my math and stuff looked like later in like my college organization video, and like how I took notes and stuff like that to be successful. But I basically made A's and B's, well, basically all A's and 1 B in my first year seminar class for other reasons, but it was basically an A, but it's whatever. But yeah, I got an A in math, and I was like super happy. I worked really hard for that. I studied for classes and stuff like that. It was like everything. One tip that I do have, I'm gonna say in this video and not just wait for the other video, is to, when your teachers and stuff assign you readings and stuff, actually read it before class and take notes, so that when you get to class you're not confused and you can ask questions on what you already, like, you know what I mean, like Like, don't just go in with a blank start. Like, just don't, when you go to class, you don't want to just be learning the material for the first time. You want to already know some knowledge on that material and then ask questions and build your knowledge on that, because that's how you learn, that's how you get better. That helped me a lot in my logic class. That's how I did so good in that class. I think I had like a 96 or 97. Either way, it was like an A+, and I was like really happy, and I was really proud of myself for doing so well in that class. Like, yeah, the professor was even surprised that I did well in the class, which was like, but I was very passionate, dedicated. I went to office. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I went to office hours. I got to know teachers and stuff like that. Because when I watch YouTube videos, one of their tips was to get to know your teachers and stuff through office hours. So that's what I did. I went to office hours for all my teachers' classes that I had that semester at App. I got to know them a lot because I actually went to their office hours and stuff like that. So that is definitely a tip that I have. But yeah, that's basically, classes went very well. My computer that I had was pretty crappy for the first semester of college, so I basically spent a lot of time in the library, which is perfectly fine to me because I knew I was going to be in the library a lot. But when I had like essays and stuff to write, I would be at the library. I would stay up till like 12, 1 o'clock in the morning, making sure the essay was ready to go for the next day. I was printing out, it was ready, and there were some days that the essay was due by midnight, well 11:59 that day, so I would stay in the library until like 11 or 11:30 and so, and finish that and do that, stuff like that. Safety wise, at App, I felt very safe around walking around campus and stuff like that. I tried not to walk in the dark by myself. I tried to walk with my roommate or like some friends if I did have to walk in the dark. I did get involved in some campus activities and stuff like that. At App, I got involved in RUF, which is like a church ministry type thing, but it's really cool. I'm going to get involved in that at USM too. Probably not this semester due to Corona, but you know, probably when Corona like dies down, or it's not, or if the cure and stuff comes out, you know what I mean. But yeah, I did get into that. I did try to find churches and stuff like that. That's the reason why I went to RUF, because I did look for churches and stuff around the area, and I thought that I found friends and stuff like that, but in reality I didn't think that I actually found friends, you know what I mean. It's really hard to find people that you think are true friends. I mean, not true friends, but like real friends, and like people that you think that you can trust with like your life or whatever. But I did try. I went to, I want to say, at least 4 or 5 different churches, and I didn't feel welcome at really any of them besides one of them. But then I decided I would feel more comfortable just going to the college church like ministry like on Wednesdays. So I just did that. That was really cool though, because we had large group, then we had small group. So I would go to the small group. It was like on Tuesdays, I believe, or Thursdays. No, it was on, I don't know. There was small group on one day of the week, and then on like, I'm pretty sure it was Wednesday was the large group at 8:30, and we would all meet in this one room in the main building for like the area where like all the groups and stuff meet, and we would meet there. I think it was Cook Library that we met in. I'm pretty sure if you guys go to App, or like you are going to App, that's where I met in. I don't really know what room and stuff, but that's where I met and to go to those things. But yeah, I did get involved. I went hiking a little bit. I went to the Blue Ridge Parkway, like drove around and stuff with my roommate and stuff like that. I went to like Mellow Mushroom, like Chili's, basic places like that. There was a place called the Peddling Pig out there, and that was really good. I went there at least 5 times or 6 times while I was down there, which doesn't seem like a lot, but I went as often as I could go or whatever. I basically went out to eat like basically every weekend. So yeah, that was kind of the social part that I had, like going out with friends, stuff like that. I don't know, it's just very weird in college it was difficult for me to make friends, like not like I don't know, I don't have, to this day, I wouldn't say that I have any real friends, like, or anybody I would consider my best friend. And the people that I thought were like my friends or best friends, that completely changed when I like left from App, or like left from high school and stuff like that. So that's like weird or whatever. But I know it takes a lot for me to call someone my friend. So when I meet you, you're considered my acquaintance until I feel like, you know, I don't know, it's a lot. It's not just like one simple thing where like, oh, you do this one thing and you're my friend. It's like several steps and things that like have to happen, that not in order or whatever, not like a specific order, but certain things that should happen that in my opinion, like friends should do. Like in my opinion, friends should talk to each other at least once a week or so, or more than that, like text each other, FaceTime each other, stuff like that, which with my friends and stuff I really didn't do, because if you just talk to them at school, they're not really your friends, they're just your classmates, which basically that's what they are, because you just talk to them when you're in class, and yeah, that's basically all they are, classmates. And your friends and stuff you would hang out with like out of school, you would go to prom with them, you would do so much more stuff with them than just like talk in class and stuff like that. But yeah, time management at App was not that hard. I did have a job. I had a work study job at, I don't even know, I think it's the Thomas built, I don't know, I worked at the Career Development Center. I forgot what building it was, I'm not really sure, but I did work at the Career Development Center for the first semester at App while I was there, which was very, very good. Like the minute I got on campus, I was like, okay, I need to go to these job fairs and stuff like that and find a job. And lo and behold, like I'm pretty sure it was by September I had a job, which was great, because I was making a decent amount of money to put gas in the truck, and like when I wanted to go to Charlotte and stuff, I could go to Charlotte and stuff like that. So that was perfect for me. I was still able to have fun, like go out to eat, go to parkways, go to carnivals and stuff like that, but still like, you know, get my studies and stuff done. I know a lot of people say that they had trouble in like their freshman year trying to like figure out what's important to them, and to me it was not that hard to figure out what was important to me. I knew I came to college for one goal. My goal is to, at the end of college, my goal is to get into medical school, and I knew that in order to get into medical school I need to have the best grades possible. They don't have to be like, I mean, they need to be like top par, like all A's if they can, but if they're not like all A's and some are B's, like maybe that's okay, whatever. But I'm striving for like greatness at the highest level possible for myself, and I knew that I couldn't be bothered with like going to parties and stuff like that. Like if I had time to go to parties and stuff in my schedule or whatever, then I would do it. But to partying and socializing, like going to football games and stuff like that, was not my number one priority. But yeah, so I didn't really have a struggle when it came to that kind of stuff, because I knew what I came to college for, and it wasn't to like get lost and stuff. It was to stay on track and get my grades so that I can get into medical school, so that I can reach my goal into becoming a surgeon in the later future, like in my 28, 29, 30, like that. So that's why I did have fun and stuff. I'm not saying I didn't do anything, because I did go to a lot of football games, and by a lot I mean like maybe 2 or 3 football games. And then I did go to a volleyball game once. I stood in line for like Luke Combs tickets, which I had to sell because they were supposed to be for May something, but I transferred school, so I couldn't go there because they said it's only for like App State students themselves. But yeah, I had to sell those tickets. And then I did have fun. Like I went to a lot of, like, I went to homecoming and stuff like that. I had videos of those, but I think I might have deleted them, but I still might have them in my Google Photos, which I think I might need to get back so I can like download those to my phone, so that I can keep my videos that I make and then edit them later, instead of having to like delete the videos that I make. And you know what I mean, because like my storage on my phone is like literally insane and crazy, so it's just not working. But I did have fun. I definitely did have fun at App. The food there was good. I used to get this wrap from this wrap place a lot. Breakfast, I wouldn't eat breakfast a lot, but in my dorm I would make like grits and stuff like that. I wish I would have documented like my first semester at App like a lot more, just like I wish I would have documented like USM, which is why I'm wanting to get back in vlogging and stuff, because I want to be able to, when I look back later on in my life, I want to be able to like later on in my life, I want to be able to look back at these moments and say like, oh, that's cool, that's what I did like during this age and stuff like that. So that's why I wanted to vlog more and like put more content out there and stuff like that, because I feel like that is fun to look back on and stuff like that. But yeah, I did have a lot of fun. App State was a lot of fun, a lot of fun. Like it was, yeah, but there were some ups and downs, but there were more highs than lows, so that's all that made the matter. That's all that mattered to me. I don't really know if I have anything else to talk about like App State for. Oh my gosh, wait, it did get really, really cold. That's one part that I liked about App. I liked it when it was really, really cold and like it was windy and stuff, but I didn't like the fact that, I mean, I didn't like it when it snowed and stuff like that, because that was like too much for me. There was one day I was walking from my dorm to my RC 1000 class, and literally like snow got in my eyes and stuff, and like it was just a mess. I went into class and there was like snow all over me, and it was just like a whole mess, and it was just like literally insane. But yeah, memories from me like walking in, like logic class and my dorm were like literally like less than 5 minutes apart. Like I could make it there in like 2 to 3 minutes if I ran to class. But yeah, one time I walked in, one time I walked into class at like 10:01 by accident because I was like, I lost track of time or whatever, and I had to leave my dorm to like 9:58 or so, when I normally leave at 9:55. And then he was like, remember, class starts at 10 o'clock, not 10:01. And I was the only person who walked in, and it was like so weird and awkward. But yeah, those were the good times. I also like that in our dorms we had vending machines which we could use our meal swipes for. I mean, not meal swipes, we had like a declining balance, which I liked. Yeah, so that's something that I liked about app that USM doesn't do, which is like kind of weird to me, but it's like whatever. But yeah, the weather was literally insane, but it was all worth it because the experiences that I had was fun. Being in the mountains was definitely fun. If I could go to schools in the mountains again, I probably would. Would I live in the mountains? Probably not, but going to school in the mountains for a semester was good for me. And like I said, I would travel from Charlotte back a little bit, and then I went to Tennessee like one time, but like not fully in Tennessee, but like kind of in Tennessee, you know what I mean, to see like Christmas lights and stuff like that. But yeah, it was all fun, it was all worth it. Like I said, I wish I would have like recorded stuff, but I still have memories from it, and I don't know, I feel like recording everything is kind of like excessive and you kind of forget to live in the moment. So I try to live in the moment a lot, which is why I don't record everything, if you know what I mean. But yeah, that's what happened basically at app. And then app, mind you, my first semester at app, the fall of 2019, it was like, well, it wasn't corona free because corona was still going around in like other countries and stuff like that, but I don't think that I hit the United States during that time when I was like a freshman, like the first semester or whatever. Or maybe it did, but we didn't have like as many cases or whatever because I wasn't really aware of it until I came down here. I wasn't aware of corona until I came down here. Maybe that, I mean, it is my fault that I wasn't really aware of it or like following it, but yeah, that's what happened. But when I came down, I'm at University of Southern Mississippi. That's where I attended my second semester at App. Oh, also I made the dean's list at App State too, so that was good. Yeah, so now I'm at the University of Southern Mississippi. I finished my second semester of freshman year a couple of, like, not last month, or a couple months ago. It was like in May or whatever. So yeah, that's that. So my classes, I had a lot more classes than I did at app. I had like 17 credits, I'm pretty sure. Then on top of that, I had my freshman class that I had to take, which was 1 credit. So basically I was taking 18 credits, which is like a full load, but it wasn't as insane or crazy. Let me just say that this past semester was literally the craziest semester I've ever experienced in my entire life. Like, it was literally insane. Like, I went from having a system and like a method and stuff, like, to getting things done, to having to change it completely and do like online school, which is like literally insane. So I'm not going to go through all the classes that I had because I had a lot, but the class I'm most proud of that I finished with an A was history. I took world civics too, which is a history class and stuff like that, and I love that class a lot. I stopped liking history in high school because it was just like too much to learn to me, and I just wasn't interested in it. And like, it was like other stuff going on in my mind too, like mentally, but I stopped liking it. But now I think I'm starting to like history again. But anyways, I would go to all my classes. That's what I mean. With psychology is where I slacked off. Psychology is the class I slacked. I still made a good grade. I still had a B in that class. But I kind of slacked off in that class because I would just go to class and not really take notes before, which kind of like messed me up. Because like I said before, taking notes, like when they assign you and they let you know like, hey, we're doing chapter 10.2, when they say like we're doing section 10.2 next class, you need to read over it, skim over it, take some notes and stuff like that, so you're not completely confused. Because there would be times you have to go to class and I wouldn't be completely confused because I did take psychology in high school, but there would be times where I'm just like, what the heck are you talking about? And I would be more informed and like less confused if I would have taken notes on the section that he said to read prior, like in the previous class or whatever. But the class was fairly easy. It's just, I don't know, I feel like classes are easier when you take the time to take notes before you get to the class. But altogether, I also had one online class, which was music appreciation, which was It wasn't a struggle. It was very easy class. It was just very boring is how I would say it. Very, very boring. There's also some mess with that too, but I'm not gonna get into that in this video because I don't want it to be too long, because I feel like it's already being like, I feel like it's already getting long. But yeah, yeah, classes were fine. It kind of confused me, like USM is kind of confusing in the fact that like I don't really know where I'm going, and like I thought I knew where I was going, and then like I don't know, I there's shortcuts and stuff, but like when I find a route and it works with my schedule, I keep that route, whether it's the long way or the short way. I don't really care. If as long as I know where I'm going and I have a system, then that's all that matters to me. And people would ask me like, hey, why are you going this way, when like, you know, there's a shortcut or whatever. But yeah, that's what I would do. The food at USM was like absolutely, it was good. Kind of got tired of eating. I love Fridays because Fridays was mac and cheese and fish and stuff like that, but then every other day it was like weird, like it wasn't consistent. I didn't know, I couldn't tell you what they have consistently on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, because it's like different, I guess, but not really. But I just know I didn't like the food Monday through Thursday. I just liked it on Friday. But we did have a Chick-fil-A at Einstein Bagel Bros and stuff like that on campus, which I use my dining dollars for. And I just know that this semester I'm gonna get more dining dollars so that I can eat at those places a lot more. Even though I probably shouldn't, because I need to be eating more healthier and stuff like that. But yeah, food wise, I give USM like a 6 out of 10. It's not like the best food in the cafeteria, but most of the time it's like good food, you know what I mean? Everything like confused me. I didn't really do too much at USM. One, because I was in a new state, new people who were different from me, not in a bad way, in a good way. Their accents were like different and stuff like that. I couldn't understand some of them, and they said they couldn't understand me, like I talk funny and stuff like that, which to me some people talked funny, but it was like okay. But yeah, I loved the diversity at app there was not really that much diversity, but at USM I love the diversity. There's a lot of different ethnicities and like different people of color and like stuff like that. It wasn't just like all one race, which I like. I love diversity because at my high school it was so much diversity and I got used to that. So then going to a PWI was like just completely different, because if you guys don't know, App State is definitely a PWI, like it's a PWI, like yeah. So yeah, the aspect I liked. But yeah, let me just talk about the transition to online classes. So I believe we transitioned to online classes in like late March, early April, after our spring breaks and stuff, because a lot of schools were doing the extended spring break where you basically had 2 weeks of spring break so they could get online classes ready and stuff like that. I had a system, like I said. I would go to class, I would take notes, go to class, then they would tell us like we have this and this due. I would do this and this. I would study for the test and stuff like that with my flashcards, Quizlets, stuff like that, and I would be like successful and like do it all good and stuff like that. And then Rona the virus comes around and it just like messes everything up. We are no longer around March, April, we are still allowed to go back to our dorm, so I did that a few times and like go to class, like do online class and stuff like that. But everything was basically online, and it kind of ruined my vibe because some classes wouldn't have due dates on the stuff, and then he would just send in an email the due dates apparently, and I just got confused. That was the whole music appreciation thing. And then there was other classes where like he had due dates, but he had to do by like 11:15 a.m. and like not like 11:15 p.m. and stuff like that. So it was like confusing. I don't know. It's just like when you go to class and you're listening stuff like that, you already have it in your head, so it's like less confusing. I think time management is my issue, because when I was at home doing this stuff, it was like kind of, it wasn't the struggle wasn't like the material was harder, but it was the struggle wasn't like I have to time manage it myself. Because like when I was at school, I was like, okay, at 11 o'clock I had this class, at 11 o'clock I had this class, 2 o'clock I had this class, and then like blah blah blah. But like online school was a mess, because I would have so many different questions. I would like email this professor this, that professor that, boom boom boom. One time I emailed like 4 professors different questions, and then I got like 2 responses, and then I did those assignments because I couldn't do those assignments without getting the response to the professors, and then I was waiting on the other professors' responses and stuff like that. It's just a mess. I hate having to like email professors. I like going to like their office hours and talking to them and stuff like that. It's just, I don't know. And then the whole like our Wi-Fi down here is not the best, so that's partially why I don't film and like upload. a lot of videos on here because it's kind of difficult, so I have to wait till I get like more service to upload, or just like go to a place where I have good LTE or whatever. But yeah, it was kind of a struggle. Like I'm glad that none of my classes required us to attend all the Zoom meetings and stuff, but my history class, we had to all attend the Friday Zoom session. It was kind of the struggle because I couldn't attend. Oh my gosh, because I couldn't attend a lot of them because it was just like too much going on or whatever. I don't know. It was just like my Wi-Fi wasn't working well, and I would go to my grandma's house and do that, but then her Wi-Fi would like kind of run out too, and then I would have no Wi-Fi to use, and I would go into Brookhaven or like Monticello or like different places to get Wi-Fi and stuff like that, and it was just like a mess. I'll be going to the city to get Wi-Fi, and it was like a mess, and it was just online school is literally not for me. So when people say that they love online school, that's good for you, but online school is literally not for me. If I can never do that again, then I would hope that then I would like that. But if I have to end up doing it again, then I guess I'll just deal with it, and I guess maybe now I'll know how to manage it better because I've been through it before. But yeah, I don't like online school whatsoever. I like in-person classes where I can raise my hand, ask questions if I want to ask questions, like, you know what I mean. I like the choice and the option to ask questions in class and stuff like that, and not have to like email a professor like 30 different questions, because it was just a mess. And then also I don't have good cell service, so my professors would tell me to call them instead of like FaceTiming them or something, but then I wouldn't be able to do that because they wouldn't have good cell service, and I'll be in my sister's room in the window trying to get 1 bar of LTE to do my work and stuff like that, because the Wi-Fi would just run up, because my sisters would be on Netflix and Hulu and like Disney Plus and like YouTube and all that stuff. It was just a mess. Like, I literally disliked online school, and it was honestly a mess. Like, it was, yeah. So that's why my second semester of freshman year was definitely one for the books. It was definitely weird. I'm not going to judge USM entirely yet, because I did get half of my semester basically cut short due to Corona, so yeah. But for the most part, I basically did enjoy my freshman year of college. Yeah, App State, USM, both were good colleges. Yeah, I enjoyed my freshman year a lot, and I'm glad that I am in college. I'm blessed to still be in college, that I can afford it, even though I have to get loans and stuff like that. But it's okay, because it's all for the future. When I become a doctor and surgeon and stuff like that, then I can pay off my loans and like be loan free. But for now, you got to get into, I guess I don't have to get into debt, because I could like do scholarships and stuff like that. But for now, the only way that I can go to college is like doing loans and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm just blessed I'm able to even take out loans and stuff like that, because I know some people who are not able in that situation to take out loans. And also the FAFSA is very, very good to me, because yeah, so I'm blessed in that way. But yeah, my freshman year of college was really, really good. I loved it. If you guys have any other questions about like freshman year of college and stuff like that, I'm gonna get into like the more juicier questions, like about dating in college and stuff like that, and like my opinions and all that other stuff in another video. But I just wanted to basically just talk about like how my freshman year of college went, which I think I basically did talk about throughout this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video a lot, and I hope that you guys, if it's your first time going to college, I hope that this video made you excited about going to college and stuff like that, or I hope I gave you real advice. Yeah, I guess my intention for this video was not really to make you like excited about going to college or whatever, because I mean, I feel like people mostly are excited to go to college, but I feel like it's just to give you an idea of like how my freshman year of college went with like Corona and stuff like that, because I guarantee you that what happened this previous semester of Corona is probably 9 times out of 10 going to happen this current semester, because I feel like the boards and stuff are very cocky, and like, you know, they want to take our money so bad they're making us go to school. Yeah, they don't understand that like we could be in the same situation where it could get worse, and then we won't have to do we'll have to go back home and do online classes and stuff like that. They'll have to go to refunds again, and it's just gonna be a whole mess. But yeah, I'm trying to find an apartment and stuff now, because I don't really want a roommate, and stuff like that. And coronavirus is not playing right now, so I'm trying to take it as seriously as I can. But yeah, it's just a lot going on. I'm gonna update you guys. Like, I literally have like 3 more years in college. I mean, not 3 more years. Yeah, 3 more years in college, including this year, because I'm just a sophomore, so I haven't even started my first year of college. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. I don't really know what's going to be coming out next, but whatever's coming out next, I hope you guys watch it and enjoy. And don't forget to comment down in the comments down below what you want me to talk about more about college and stuff like that. Yeah, I went through like the basic things like I said, but if you guys want to know more specific details and stuff like that, then I can make more specific videos about that and upload them so they wouldn't be like a 30-minute long video. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And remember to be kind to yourself because you're doing the absolute best that you can. And I'll see you guys in another video. Bye.